Hello there. Thank you for joining and welcome to Python and R for Data Science channel. Today we are going to install R on Linux, macOS and Windows platform. For queries, suggestions and comments, please comment below on this video or reach us through the email address or Twitter handles shown on the screen. I am your Captain Jason Kenywa. Let's get started. So, where can I get R for download and installation? Go right ahead on your browser. Go to rproject.org on any browser, on any platform. This website will open, and on the website there are a few, or rather there are a lot of useful information cited there, but for today the most important thing, it is where can we download R for Linux, macOS and Windows. So on the getting started text, there is download R link, or there is another CRAN mirror link, and also on your further left navigation bar there is a download text with a CRAN link. With our project, what happens is that they have hosted their source on various data sources all over in the world. So it is recommended that when you are downloading, maybe that is the R source or a package that is hosted in the R project servers, you connect to a server or a data center that will better serve you, that is in terms of internet bandwidth. So go straight and click the CRAN link or download R or CRAN mirror. Either will open this page, that is the cran.rproject/mirrors.html, and basically this page it shows the CRAN mirrors, that is the data centers where R is hosted all over in the world. CRAN stands for Contributed R Archive Network. The Comprehensive R Archive Network, not contributed, I'm sorry. So on this list you can see a number of countries listed. If your country is not listed, you may go to a country that is within your continent, and at times that doesn't work. I mean, connecting to a country that is within your continent, that doesn't mean now you are connecting to a data center that will best work for your case. So most of times it is recommended also there is a first CRAN, that is Zero Cloud. This Zero Cloud, it is a data center hosted or sponsored by R Studio, and its work basically is to redirect traffic to a data center that will better serve that traffic. And if you have no idea of which CRAN mirror to use, please, I suggest that you stick to Zero Cloud CRAN mirror. Basically because when you connect to that one, you will be redirected to a data center that will better work for you. Otherwise, if you have the tools for testing internet speed, you can use the tool, test all the data centers, and filter the data center that seem to process your requests and traffics faster and easily. Then you can go for that. If you don't have the tools and do not know how to test for network connectivity, go for the Zero Cloud mirror. So when you open the Zero Cloud mirror, this another page will open, that is the cloud.rproject.org. Initially we were on cloud.rproject.org/mirrors.html. Now we are on cloud.rproject.org, And this page basically allows you now to see a number of things, or it details information about where you can download now the actual R source for your platform, and it goes further to give you some instructions. I will not read that one, but at your private time, please read. It is most important, especially for Windows and macOS users. There are some special instructions you have to follow for your platform, basically because R was done or was developed on Linux, and so on Linux when you are installing, everything is straightforward, but when you go to Windows and Mac, there are a few things that you have to take care of. Especially on Windows, you have to take care of adding the binaries to path. So this information on this page is very important. At your private time, please go ahead and look at what is in there. Also, on the far left navigation bar, there are links. Some link you to source, to packages, others to where you can download, others to news, tasks, and all that. At your private time, please read. For today, our focus is on downloading R for these three platforms. Next time, we will come to packages. This is when we will be looking at contributed or community packages that will make our data science work easier. So for today, focus is on installation. And first and foremost, we start with installation of R on Linux. And on Linux, we will take Ubuntu as a representative of the Linux distribution family. So go ahead, pick download for Linux, then go to Ubuntu. This other page will open. The page is so clear, some good information, but most importantly, look at the supported Ubuntu versions. So if you are running an Ubuntu version that is not in the list, that is the likes of Ubuntu 19, Ubuntu 17, there are some who are even in the backdated Ubuntu 12, Ubuntu 10, and all that. If you are in those versions, please either migrate to these latest long-term support versions or the current beta version, that is the Groovy Gorilla. Otherwise, if you can't do that, on the internet there are lots of materials that you can use specifically for installation of R on your machine. I will not cover that one because it is not official. Just go on internet, type install R on Ubuntu 12.04. You will get results. Follow that. If it works for you, good luck. If it doesn't, please migrate to an officially supported Ubuntu version. So installation on Ubuntu, it is straightforward, 5 commands and you are done. Let us do it practically. On your Ubuntu system, open terminal. Okay, this is my terminal. We are going to work with the commands we have been given here on this little box after the text on supported Ubuntu versions. So the first command is we are to update our apt repository indices. So type the command and be sure you are adding sudo before now the command. The commands themselves don't have sudo for security reasons, so you have to figure out, but there is a text over there that tells you run these lines as root or by prefixing sudo to tell Ubuntu about R binaries on CRUD. I mean, if you don't add or prefix sudo to these commands, they will not work because the installation will work on OS. And to get into the base OS, you must be root. There is no any other alternative. You must be the root. So sudo apt get update apt-get update qq. So the user that you are running or the user which you are sent in by must have root privileges. So my indices are all, they are all up to date. Next, install this external dependencies, sudo always prefix. They are already installed for some systems. They may not be installed, so if your machine complains they are not there, it will install. Next, add the sign-in key, sudo key added. Then next, now this is a time where now we are adding our repository into our apt repository, into the apt sources. So it will add the repository into the index and automatically update the index. So next, after you have done that, go direct and install your R, that is the R base. Sudo apt-get install, no install recommended. So all that has to be installed. If you are going to build a R source code, install the R base dev, it will come with build tools. Actually, let us do that right away. Install this, because we are going to develop our own packages and build, so this will be required. Let us add it and go for yes. The system will take some time depending on the strength of your network. It will take some time to download the packages, and after downloading it will install for you and you are all done. There are a few tests that we have to do to confirm everything worked perfectly, and one of them is you can try to install a package. If it works fine, well and good, your system is ready for data science analysis. Also, beneath here, to have access to over 5,000 CRAN packages, you have to add this other apt repository into your index. So after the installation, we are going to do that one right away. And particularly that is it for Windows. I mean, it is that is straightforward. You are not dealing with any download, click, install, those prompts that we follow on Windows or Mac. There is nothing like that. You do everything on your terminal. Terminal is your power. I mean, if you are on Linux, you must learn how to follow and use Linux. Linux is one tool for everything. I mean, you can do everything on Linux with just the terminal, nothing else. Just the terminal, do everything. So at this moment I will not talk a lot about the terminal, because in future when we will be coding, building these applications, doing all those sort of things, we will always come back to the terminal. Running the source itself, it will be done through the terminal. So I mean, I myself, I work on Linux, so you will see all that as we proceed with the course. But at the moment, let us add now this other repository into our index. Click enter. Okay. That is added. Now, The most beautiful thing with Ubuntu is that everything is taken care of for you, including adding binaries to path. To confirm, just type R on your terminal, click enter. It will open, or it will go direct into R environment. We call this R environment or R statistical environment. Most people will call R language. I myself, I called it a language when we were starting, but from this point, let us refer to it as an environment. It is a statistical computation environment. It is more of an environment than a language. I don't know why, but stick to that from now onward. So we are in the R environment. Let us confirm we can install packages and let us confirm we can install community packages or contributed packages, install.packages, which package, JSON Lite, repos, always connect to cloud. Remember the CRAN? Yeah, cloud.r project.org. Otherwise, if you went the tools and you tested and you confirmed there is a data center that best works for you, you can use now that mirror. If you have no idea which mirror to use, always stick to cloud.rproject.org. Yeah, maybe we can also add dependencies, depths equals to true. Also, let us install from source to confirm that our R dev tools work. So type, go to source. Okay, this, let us see what happens. Okay, I'll come back to this one shortly, but for now let us go for yes. It will install this. The package will be installed on my home directory, documents folder or something else, but sometime in future we will customize this directory. Okay, basically you should not be installing your packages on base R library. This is because you might install a package that corrupts the whole environment. So reverting back will mean that you have to uninstall the whole of R base in library and now start installing again. So to ensure that you don't corrupt your R base library with these community packages, please always use another folder or directory in your home directory to add these packages. So in circumstances where you have corrupted your environment, you just delete that directory and start afresh. That way you are safe, and your R base environment is also safe from those disruptions. So go for yes, create that folder. Asks if we go for home directory, add that, it's okay. Otherwise I can cancel. So let me say that is very okay. Sometime in future, in the next videos, we will customize this one, but for now just go for those. See, are installed perfectly. The CRAN packages source was correctly added into the apt index, and now the RDev tools were also installed, and that is how now we were able to compile JSON Lite package from source. See, if we had not installed the RBase dev library, then this compilation would not have worked. And let us look at installation of R on Windows system. Go on your browser, visit cloud.rproject.org, click download R for Windows. At your private time, at your free time, please read the rest of the text on the page, but for now go straight to download R for Windows. It will open this other page which has very useful information. Please at your free time read it, but basically what you have to take care of and what you have to note is that on R you have to take care of two things. One, install RBase and install RTools. And RTools is not it is not required but optional. If you are going to build packages, that is, you are going to build your own tools and packages, and they have to be compiled before they are installed or they are made useful, then you will need RTools. Without RTools, you will not be able to compile your packages. Or if you are going to install packages from source, then you will need the RTools. So for today we are going to install the RBase and RTools. And another thing is that for Windows you have to take care of the path. So you install the libraries and you also add them to path. Let me show you how you do it. First, let us start with RBase. First link, download R405 for Windows. This is the latest version. Let us go for that. If you want legacy versions, read the rest of the text in this page. Then you will have those links where you can now get the legacy versions, that is the 3 and the rest. For now, let us go with the latest version, and that is now this will install for both 32-bit and 64-bit OS. So let us go direct to this one. Okay, download that one. Okay, download is started. Here it is. Give it some time to complete. I think I had already downloaded this one, so let me go direct to where my download packages come into. Okay, now this is the RBase. I downloaded it. I also downloaded RTools. Let me show you how I did this, so that after that now we can just go direct to installations without coming back to this page. So go back, download R for Windows, RTools. Conversely to the case with the RBase, when you come to RTools, you either download for 64-bit OS or 32-bit OS. How do I know if my OS is 64 or 32? Open your file explorer, this PC, right click on this PC button. The prompt that opens, go to properties. It will open another window. On that window, far left navigation, you have advanced system settings. Oh, sorry, that is for path. So on the body or main panel, you have some text. In among the text, there is a text for system type, which is now for my machine it is 64-bit operating system x64-based processor. So my machine is 64-bit. So if you don't know which bit or which processor type your system is, just go follow what I have done. You will get the information right there. Then when that is clear, come here, download the RTools that is suitable for your processor. If you are on 64-bit, go with the first link. If you are on 32-bit, go with the second link. So I already done that. I went for the 64-bit. It downloaded. I don't need to download again because I already did that. So let me cancel the download so that I don't get to duplicate files. Okay, cancelled. And down here, amazingly for RTools, they have steps on how you can add your RTools to path. So you can follow this one or just wait. I will show you an easier way to do that. So first things first, let us install RBase, then install RTools, and then add them to path. So that is okay. We want to install. Follow the instructions. Next, that is now the most important thing is this path. This is the path that we shall use to add binaries to path. Note we are adding binaries to path, not folders, not files, but are binaries. I will show you, or I will tell you more. So open Notepad and note that path. The installation path is very important because that is what we shall use to add those binaries to path. Now, because I am installing for 64-bit, I have nothing to do with the 32-bit files, so uncheck that box. Or alternatively, pick 64-bit user installation. It will automatically untick the 32-bit files. Go next. We are not advanced users at the moment, we are just beginners, so go for no, just accept defaults. But if you are an advanced user and you want to customize the R console and other stuff, go for yes, then customize everything. Otherwise, because we are beginners, let us go with the defaults. And this is the folder where it is going to be installed. Also, there is this little box below at the bottom. Check it if you don't want R menu to be installed, R to be installed. Okay, R folder to be added to this startup menu. Otherwise, if you want R folder to be added to this, just untick that one. So let us untick. For now, we are beginners. We want everything to be done right. So untick that little box. Proceed. Now here you are prompted either to add additional shortcuts besides now the adding R folder to startup menu. So we can add an icon on the desktop, and also we can add a quick launch shortcut. Tick the two. If you don't feel good with them, especially for the desktop shortcut, you can delete after the installation, or you can just untick at this time. Because we are beginners and you want everything to be done right, just tick them. Better be safe than never. So go next. Wait for the installation to be done. It will take a couple of seconds, and when that is done, you will have to add your binaries to path. You have to do it manually, and you yourself have to do it. This is Windows. And guys, if you can, if it is possible for you to migrate from Windows to Linux, I would advise, please, if you can, just go to Linux and use Linux for development. If for some other reasons you can't do that, R is a cross-platform library, so you can just develop your packages in Windows and everything will work fine, and you can as well share your packages and libraries and scripts with users on other platforms, the likes of Mac and Linux. They will work fine, but you will be the most disadvantaged in this way. You will not be flexible. Windows is for office users. Okay, forgive me for that unkind word, but I also was once in your case. I was an adamant Windows user, but such a thing happened from the community, and I literally had to migrate to Linux. So I pray for you. Maybe one day you will see the essence of doing your development work on Linux. Otherwise, if you are comfortable on Windows, I wish you luck. So we have already installed R base on our OS, and it is time to add it to path. As we do that, we can leave the R2s installing so that we don't waste time waiting for it again to install and do all that. Once again, this path is very important. Note it somewhere. I'll add it to my notepad here. That path is very important. So go next, next, install. So let us add R to path. So open command prompt. First, let us confirm R is not added to path. If it is added to path, you type R on command prompt, it will open R environment, but because now R is not added to path, this is the error you will get, simply because the installation did not do anything to path. So you have to do that yourself. Let me show you how you add the R binaries to path. Open your open your file explorer, this PC, right click on this PC, go to properties button. On the far left navigation, there is advanced system settings. Go for that, open it. On the advanced tab, right below, there is environment variables button. Open that button. It will open this sort of a prompt. So this is where we add the variables. The starting page or the starting panel, this is where you add user variables. So if we add the path on this panel, then other users signed in on this OS will not be will not have R available on their path. So just to make R binaries available to all users, go to the second panel, the system variables, the path, then edit. So if we add it on that system, the system variables, all users on this OS will have R binaries available on their path. So go to new. Remember the paths that we are adding on Notepad. This is the R binaries. Then one important thing, this is the installation directory where we installed R, but the installation directory is not the R binaries path. So let us confirm where the binaries are located. It is program files R405. We don't have the binaries in this folder. Binaries are in the bin folder. That is where we have the R binary and the R script binary. So be sure to append /bin here. Otherwise your path will not be correct and the binaries will not be available simply. So bin, the directory path we copy to Notepad /bin. That is it. Click OK. Save that one as well. Now let us confirm R is available to path. Exit the command prompt we just opened. Open a new one, cmd. Then type R. We are all set. Now one thing, R tools is not added to path. What does that mean? If we are installing packages from source, then they will fail. Let us try. There is this package they have left here for testing. Let us install it from source and see if it will work without R tools added to path. So it is install.packages. Which packages on light repos. Be sure to add the repos link, otherwise you will have strange errors. Cloud R project.org. Type source, then include dependencies. True. Okay. Let's see. Okay, package downloaded. Now it is time for compilation. Compilation failed. See the errors? It fails simply because we don't have R tools added to path. So we have to take care of that right away. So this is how we do it. First exit now this R environment and exit the command prompt as well. Next, since the R-Tools is already installed on the system, confirm the path where it was installed. Just get into your PC. Here, R-Tools 40. That happens on MIGW64. We are on 64-bit OS. I don't know why we have the 32-bit directory. Then the binaries. This is where we have the compilation binaries. I mean, you can as well confirm here. Sorry, I think we should add the make exe to path, not these others. So just go back, USR, make exe is on bin, make where you should be somewhere here, yeah, make exe, where is it? This one. So this is the item we should be adding to path, but I will add everything on this, but we can as well add just the make. Makes sense, yeah. Okay, we will do for the make, just the make. So this is the path that we should be adding to path. This one, this is the directory path. Follow the same process that we followed. Open your file explorer, this PC, right click, properties. Since this is the place we are adding to path, alternatively, instead of copying from the browser, just right click, properties, you will get the path here. Yeah, that is the path. Copy that path. Okay, so open this PC, properties, advanced system settings, environment variables, system variables, path, edit, add new, this one, /bin. Add everything in the binary, but not everything. Let us just add make.exe. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, saved. Now open your command prompt, cmd r, then install.packages. JSON light type source dependencies true repos the cloud. Okay, let us see what happens. Downloaded, not compiled. Okay, that is something we have not done correctly. Exit, Q, don't save anything. Exit, command prompt, USR bin. Okay, let us just add the whole of binaries path instead of the make exe. Okay, edit this one, edit bin. Okay, cmd Okay, downloaded, compiling. Sure. So the mistake we did is adding just the .exe file into path. That didn't work. So apparently you have to add now the whole of binaries in the user or USR bin directory. That will sort out the issue. And our package is already installed. We are all good, we are all set for development. One thing is left, our Studio Ide. That is what we will be installing in the next video, and afterwards from there we will be all set with everything we need to start writing our code, pre-processing our data, visualizing, developing dashboards, and all other sort of stuff. For macOS, guys, I'm sorry, for now my setup is not well, okay. So what you do, just follow the download R for macOS, follow the instructions. I mean, if you saw how we did it for Windows, yours is less painful because you are not adding anything to path. Just download, click okay, open the downloaded file and just install. I mean, everything else will be added for you, including adding binaries to path, and that is the biggest advantage macOS have over the Windows, guys. So just download this file and follow the installation prompts or instructions that you will be given, and that is it. You are not adding anything to path. You can as well read the rest of the page, but the most important thing is you can either, okay, there are these binaries, you can as well just go for the binaries, or that is if you are an advanced user, but just pick the r405.pkg. This one has everything you need, all the way from the base libraries to build tools and all that. Just pick this one, install that one, and you are okay. And with that, guys, we have come to close of this session in installing of R in Linux, Mac, and Windows. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you very much.